Another sold out crowd. We are live here at the Texas Motor Speedway for the Great American Race. 300 miles, 134 laps, and some new faces in this league. Grant and Garrett Irwin are racing. Caden Smith is in the field as well. And now let's go trackside. Race fans, if you're able to, please now rise when remove your hats. As for the playing of the national anthem, please welcome Avery Shipley on the piano. Thank you, Avery. And now let's go. And now let's see where your favorite drivers are starting. Row 1, Riley Scott, Haley Jones. Row 2, Raymond Carville, Carson Healy. Row 3, Maddie Bowling, Grady Broughton. Row 4, Grant and Garrett Irwin. Row 5, Briley Todd, Caitlin Healy. Row 6, Jenna Lucas, Elena Drennan. Row 7, Jack Moon, Caden Smith. Row 8, Haley Duncan, Brady Johnson. Row 9, Carson Cole, Pat Green. Row 10, Dylan Holland, Lyric Tanner. Row 11, Alex Owens, last year's champion, Matthew Johnson. Row 12, Amaya Smith, Trevor Bayer. Row 13, Ella Gooden, Sydney Sowery. Then we get to Xander Faust, Nolan Vernago, Drew Picard, Nick Green, and Nathan Rockhill. That is your starting lineup here from Texas. 134 laps, and we are about to get the green flag. And we are now racing Champion Do. Here comes Carbondale looking for the lead early in this one, looking to make it 3 wide. He can't. And Grant Irwin, the rookie, moving forward. And here comes the 2 of Briley Todd down the back straightaway for the time. Who leads? Grant Irwin side by side for 5th. Up into the wall goes Broughton. Gray racing early in this one. 2 cars on pit road. Smith and Rockhill. Sorry for the mic issues. Heck. A couple seasons ago, right back here in the daylight, in the 24 hours of Texas, everybody was caught up in the same wreck. But tonight, everybody was caught up, and there's cars out of the race already. Nick Green, how is Nick Green still in? How the heck was Nick Green still in the race? How is Matthew Johnson's car just got killed and he's still in the race? Caitlin Healy's still in. Duncan Bowling after starting the crash. Pat Green is somehow in the race. Still in. 20 left. Dude, I was not even expecting that at all, and we're already on lap 12. And because of her pitting later, oh man, Riley Scott couldn't pit. My guess is someone was in her pit stall. The 82 Riley Scott leads here in Texas. Haley Jones in second. Vernango in third. How about Haley Jones having a great run? How about the 19? Top 10 run for Garrett Irwin in the 19. I think his brother is out of the race. Nathan Rockhill is inside the top 10. No, Rockhill is not. How is Carbondale in the... Raymond Carbondale still inside the top 10. Carson Cole back down in 28th. Grady Broughton did not have a good start at all. And just like that, we are already 16 laps in. And now let's pick somebody to ride along with. Let's ride of all racing, Nick Green. He has the visor cam. You are watching the Great American Race. Hi guys, I'm back. Who's ready to see some more crashes? Oh! Grant Irwin almost goes around. Gooden behind him. Great racing in this one. And Haley Jones up front. Lucas in second. Garrett Irwin third. Fourth is Brady Johnson. Then we get to Raymond Carbondale. Then Riley Scott. Nathan Rockhill. Nolan Vernango. Drew Picard. And who else is inside the top 10? Xander Faust is inside the top 10 as well. Jenna Lucas now has the lead. And now, Crazy Racing decides it all. Where the heck is... Everybody has a bonnet cam. And in 11th is Ella Gooden. Here in 11th. Let's see how good everybody does. Gooden almost goes around. Ella Gooden now inside the top 10. Crazy Racing here in Texas. 28 cars left. And how about the 63 Raymond Carbondale looking to start the season off with the victory? Look at Garrett Irwin, the rookie. How about that? Garrett Irwin, the rookie, out of Plainfield, Indiana, having a great day. And Brady Johnson, we would have never thought about him being up front on an oval. And now, Brady Johnson looking for his first career victory. Can Garrett Irwin get it done? My question is Caden Smith still racing? I think he's one of the cars that's out of the race. Because I know that Pat Green did get destroyed. Alex Owens is still racing. Caden Smith is still in the field. Caden Smith having a great day right now. Oh, two cars on pit road. Carbondale and Jones on pit road as it's still the 32 that's pitting. I think their tires were running out. And now, the 19 is back up front. Garrett Irwin to the lead. Garrett Irwin leading his first few laps of his career here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Irwin up front. Both the Irwins are in it. And they were both caught up in the wreck. And there's a wreck on pit road. Carson Cole. Why are people wrecking on pit road? Carson Cole can't get into his pit box. Carson Cole wrecking on pit road, and this is not what Carson Cole wanted to see. He has to drive back around and pit again. No hood for Carson Cole, and his day continues to be worse and worse. After wrecking on pit road, and it is the 19 who is up front at Texas on lap 40 of 134. Look at the 70. Haley Duncan going back down pit road. Nick Green pits. A whole lot of drivers on pit road. Ella Gooden coming out of pit road. Look at the 19. His tires, he is losing grip in his tires. There's the 11 inside, can't get there to the 19. Garrett Irwin leading his first laps ever as a racer. He signed up to race same as his brother, and they got picked. And right now, Garrett Irwin may be making the playoffs in his first career try in the Crazy Sports Good League. Brady Johnson goes underneath him. He was last year's Rookie of the Year. Let's see who's in second. Raymond Coverdale is in second. If Coverdale somehow wins, I'm going to have a heart attack. Johnson in fourth. Haley Jones in fifth. Then it's Renango, Riley Scott, Rock Hill. I think Bakar and Drennan. That's not bad. It's still Garrett Irwin who is leading here in Texas. Riley Scott, and look at all the drivers that do have fresh tires. They're coming up, passing the 19. Look at the 82, Riley Scott this time using the outside, and that works. Caden Smith about to go around the 50 and the 19. About Caden Smith in the number 1, looking for his first career victory. Garrett Irwin sideways. Here comes Tanner and Faust. Garrett Irwin having a huge chance to get his first career win as Faust gets around him, and Pat Green and Caden Smith, the teammates, about to be side by side. Caden Smith to the inside, and he and Garrett Irwin are side by side. And in that red and white car, Coverdale, if you're wondering, he is not a lap car. He is on the lead lap, and he has closed. Coverdale back, and he wants the lead. Coverdale is fast. As 19 is just letting the cars go by. Bowling now behind the 19. Bowling once again into the wall. If she had gone around there, that would have been another big wreck. Carbondale back on the lead lap. And it's still Garrett Irwin comes to lap 50, who leads. If Garrett Irwin is able to hang on, that will be a miracle. Irwin dominating right now. Although he is getting passed by a bunch of cars. The cars that are passing him are all lap cars. And every time when we come here to Texas, it's always a great race. Oh, and the 32 up against the wall. Contact made. And here comes Ella Gooden. She's on the move. Crazy pack of cars behind the leader, which means crazy lap traffic behind the leader, and that may hurt the leader. Lucas up on the outside now. Lucas had the outside. She gets around the 19. And the 11 now will get around the 19. The 19 is your leader right now. And how about this, everyone? Carbondale closing the gap back on the leader. I think Carbondale's in second. He is. Carbondale in second right now. And is closing the gap. He's 12 seconds back. Grant Irwin now closing back in on the leader as well. Grant Irwin, Garrett Irwin about to be side by side. 3 wide on the front stretch. And that somehow works. Haley Jones, Ella Gooden, Grant Irwin. We're all 3 wide, and Gooden and Jones checks up as Grant Irwin gets back around the number 47. And now the 19 still leading, trying to hang on lap 55 of 134. Grant Irwin gets around his brother again. And here comes Ella Gooden to the rear end of the leader. Gooden inside, now to the outside. She gets sideways. Ella Gooden is just sideways all over the place. And Sydney Sowery coming back in. Same as Riley Sky and Lyric Tanner. Here goes Matthew Johnson as well. Xander Faust as well. Gooden finally gets around the leader. We have not seen a wreck since the first round of pit stops, which was actually because of everybody involved in the wreck. 28 cars remaining here in Texas. Great racing in this one. I thought Caden Smith was one of the cars out of the race, but no, he's not. Pat Green closing the gap, and Raymond Carbondale is as well. Here comes the 82. Riley Scott to the outside. She gets around Garrett Irwin. Irwin really slow right now. Pat Green battling with a ton of cars right now. And Carbondale, the second place running driver, closing the gap Less than a second behind now is Coverdale. The battle for the lead is about to be turned on. Here comes the 50. He gets around the leader. Tanner is there. One car separates the leaders for right now because here comes Coverdale. Raymond Coverdale looking to win the Great American Race once again. Nobody separates the leaders, and now it's a battle for the lead. Coverdale. Coverdale leads. And now the 19 leads and is pulling away from Coverdale. Garrett Irwin having a chance to get his first career win in his first career try. This could actually happen. This could be a magical day. But look at Caden Smith giving the 63 a push. And Coverdale's back. But Caden Smith dives down to the inside. And Smith looking to pass the 63, which is who is on the lead lap. And Smith gets around the 63, puts another lap car between the leaders, and Irwin is pulling back away. Garrett Irwin having a great shot right here in the Great American Race. Looking to win. And look at all the drivers that are racing. Look at the 63, Coverdale, right back there, closing the gap once again. And the third place driver, less than a second behind, less than 2 seconds behind. And Smith back in front of the 63. And now, here comes the 63. Coverdale getting a great run on the leader. Let's see who's in third. Jenna Lucas in third. Fourth, Haley Jones. Fifth, Brady Johnson. Sixth is the 51. 7th, the 82. 8th is Rockhill. 9th is Picard. 10th is Duncan. 11th, Drennan. 12th, Grant Irwin. 13th, Lyric Tanner. 14th, Caden Smith. And 15th, Xander Faust. 16th, Pat Green. 17th, who is it? Ella Gooden. 18th, Cindy Sowery. 19th is Nick Green. And 20th, Maddie Bowling. That is your top 20. That's back up front. The battle for the lead was hitting back up. Coverdale, less than a 10th behind. Less than a car length behind is the 63. And now the 19 pulling away by a few car lengths. Tanner up against the wall as she gets back around the 63. It's now 1 second lead once again for the number 19. Jenna Lucas, man, has a chance to get her first career Great American Race win. How about Brady Johnson? Brady Johnson having a fight, looking to get his first career victory as well. Garrett Irwin hanging on for dear life right now in the 19. Garrett Irwin still leads, but for how long? Because if you're wondering, yes, the 63 and the 32 are now behind your leader, and they are on the lead lap. And they are closing back in as well. And the 19 is there. On lap 70 of 134, the laps are winding down quickly. Can Garrett Irwin make the playoffs after a victory? I don't know. We still have a while before we get the checkered flag. As we see the 63 going down to the inside. He wants the lead. Side by side for the lead. New tires versus old tires. But it looks like that the tires have equaled out. Why? Because the 19 is still side by side. They make contact. Carbondale pits. Carbondale is pitting. Tanner up against the wall. The 51 makes contact. 3 wide on the front straightaway. Riley Scott through the grass. And that somehow works. And now we have another battle for the lead. And this time, it's the 32. Garrett Irwin has yet to pit. And now the 32 pits. Garrett Irwin having, I think, the best strategy of all. Having a great day is the 19. Chaos on lap 81, continuing to get wild and wild as the time goes on, and it's still somehow Garrett Irwin leading the Great American Race. Laps are winding down, and his time to shine is here. He has dominated this race. I mean, I have never seen this happen before. Strategy, and we saw a wreck that the 19 somehow was not in. Garrett Irwin having a chance. Oh, and Pat Green. That's either Matthew Johnson or Pat Green that's stuck on the wall. My guess is that's Matthew Johnson. It is Matthew Johnson stuck on the wall. Matthew Johnson stuck. He's not even turning. All he is doing was turning into the wall. Chaos arriving in Texas. A beautiful view of the track here, and beautiful view of the 42 on the wall. Matthew Johnson, this is not how he wanted to start his season out. He ended last season, he ended last regular season with a win at Germany, and then he was able to hang on and win. And by win, I mean winning the championship. Matthew Johnson won the championship last year, and now a bad way to start the season off is right here. Johnson's still stuck on the wall, and he is going multiple laps down. This is not what he wants to see. Matthew Johnson, horrible time, and he is starting to move. And there's the 19. Still 34-second lead on lap 86. And closing. The 19 having a chance to win. Matthew Johnson. Oh my goodness. The 42 still driving backwards. And he's losing his engine. Johnson losing his engine. I just saw a black thing of smoke come out of his race car. And there he goes, trying to start it up, but he can't. His engine about to expire. Matthew Johnson's day has gone from bad to worse. Matthew Johnson's still stuck, and he is still trying to drive. His wheel is locked up. Somebody's going to make contact with him as he is now on the back straightaway. Matthew Johnson trying to go. Matthew Johnson still turning into the wall. He is sucking right now. That car is completely damaged. What if the leader makes contact with him? That would change everything. And here comes 19 now. Through the 5 corners. Still leading. Onto lap 91. The laps are winding down. Have you ever seen anything like this? I have not. I have never seen anything like this. That rookie driver dominates the Great American Race. Johnson back rolling. Finally, and he's still slow. Matthew Johnson speeding back up, and he's going down pit road. Finally, Johnson back rolling, and he's on pit road. And now it's still the 19 who leads the Great American Race. Gooden into the wall just a bit, and Garrett Irwin, 134 laps in this one, and he's completely dominating this race. But Lucas, Jones, and Johnson. Brady Johnson goes in the gap. How about Nolan Renango inside the top 5? Drew Picard having a great run. Grant Irwin inside the top 10. And in 12th, rookie Caden Smith. And Pat Green, with all the horrible luck she has had, she is still in 13th. How is Pat Green in 13th? It's just like that Pat Green is up front. And now, Irwin onto lap 95 is here. About to be 34 laps to go pretty soon. Garrett Irwin, if he wins without making any pit stops, that will be something. No mandatory pit stops, and Garrett Irwin already leading. But with this big run, a tire run that the 19 has had, it seems like that his tires are going away. And why I say that is because he's getting passed all over. But the thing is that everybody else, their tires are starting to equalize with the 19. When it does that, but when it does that, the thing is that they have to pit, and the 19 would not pit. And now, here comes a 19. Garrett Irwin. Garrett Irwin on lap 100, about 34 laps to go. 35 laps to go. Comes to 34. Out of the final corner. 34 laps to go. And Garrett Irwin, somehow, a lot of damage. He pits, and he is not going to win his first career race. Late mistake by Garrett Irwin as he leaves the lead, as he is not in the lead anymore. Irwin there. We may see a first-time winner, though. Brady Johnson there. Haley Jones is there. Everybody. A lot of drivers battling, and it's still it is still going to be an okay day for Garrett Irwin as he is about to lead, as after he lost the lead, he will be leading the most laps. Garrett Irwin has led, I think, the most laps, and now the battle is on. Jenna Lucas versus Haley Jones. And now, on lap 106, 29 laps to go. The laps are winding down. I have never seen anything like this before. Garrett Irwin inside the top 6, having a great run. How about Haley Duncan right there as well? How in the world? Okay. We may be on a different universe because Pat Green is actually inside the top 10. Okay. No. Brady Johnson closing the gap. He almost won Indy last year. And what Brady Johnson is doing now, he is doing something that he would have never thought before, and that is do good on an oval. Brady Johnson is a road course ringer. I mean, he has not won on a road course, and now to win the Great American Race, it is special. Now the 32 pits, then 18 pits, the 11 pits. If the 51 pits, are you kidding me? Garrett Irwin may actually win. Riley Scott, if she pits now, which she is gonna pit. Oh, and they saw a wreck. Grant Irwin involved, and the big one happens. Another big wreck happens. Good, involved. Entering turn 3, a wreck happens. And here comes Garrett Irwin. If he's not caught up, I'm gonna have a stroke. I'm telling you that right now. Oh, and oh my goodness. Garrett Irwin gets around those cars and retakes the lead. Garrett Irwin, mistake back up front, and he's going to lead a lot more laps. Garrett Irwin, a dream come true. Leading in the Great American Race, and I thought he was done in the 70, driving through the grass. Chaos takes some cars out, and the 18 now in front of the 32 out after pit stops, and it ain't done yet, and they're still behind the 19. Garrett Irwin now 24 laps to go in the Great American Race. Are you kidding me? Garrett Irwin leading in the 19. We have seen so many crazy races here, but this may be the craziest one. Garrett Irwin up front. Is he going to win the 300 miler? Garrett Irwin on lap 122. I think it's lap 122, yeah. Irwin leads. 24 cars left. Now on lap 112. And now in 2 laps, it will be 21 to go. 22 laps remaining here in Texas for the Great American Race. The 19 has a disadvantage now, and that is old tires versus new tires and cars on the new lap. Crazy racing. And the 82 almost gets into the wall. Great passing by the 19. And now this may slow the 18 up, and it does. The 18 gets slow, and the 19 pulling back away. But here comes Haley Jones and Jenna Lucas and Brady Johnson. Johnson having a great chance to win. It ain't over till it's over. Garrett Irwin looking to get his first career win, and he has 20 laps to do so. 20 to go in Texas. About to be 3 wide as the 32 went second. Great run by the 32. And the more lap cars that the 19 passes, the more of a chance he has to win. Garrett Irwin, clean track in front, has a second lead over Haley Jones and Jenna Lucas. Haley Jones now right back there to the rear end of the 18. Great racing here in Texas. Garrett Irwin up front as the 41 gets into the wall. Lap 117 is on the board. Lap 117 is on the board now. And now Garrett Irwin getting help by the number 40. As the 19 getting help by the 41. Great racing. And now come to lap 118 of 134. The laps are winding down. The 19 continues to lead. Garrett Irwin, my guy, has dominated this race. That's not even a question. He has, by no doubt, once he took the lead, it was all over with. No one could take the lead away from him. And here he is up front, looking to hang on for the last 20 or so laps. Yo! And now, the 19 up front. I'm good. I'm definitely good. Garrett Irwin having a great race right now. And if you're wondering where Nick Green is, don't look further, I think, than the junkyard. Nick Green has crashed all day. Actually, he's in 20th. Nick Green having a great day in 20th. Psych, he's not having a great day. He's having a horrible day. Lap 121 is on the board. Great racing. Here comes the 18. The laps are winding down. Slowly but surely, the laps are winding down in the top 4, all single file. And look at the 51, he's there as well. I think. He's about 7 seconds back. Haley Jones using the outside, trying to retake the lead. Haley Jones looking to win. But can he win though? Haley Jones up front now on lap 123. But the 63 is a slow car. The 63 is a slow lap car, and that should help the 19. Maybe not, because the 82 getting back around. And the 32 is there as well. Jones up front. Lucas is second. Irwin back to third. Garrett Irwin has lost the lead and has lost second. But it has still been a great day. And still ain't over until it's over. Contact made up front. Lucas up front, and here comes Brady Johnson. Brady Johnson having his chance to get his first career victory with 10 laps to go. In this 300 miler, it's the 32 going up against the 18 and the 11 and the 19. The 18 sideways as the 11 closes the gap back in. Brady Johnson looking to win his first career race, and is it actually going to come on an oval? That's my question, because he's a road course ringer. Next weekend we return to COTA. The IMS Oval is now the host of the championship race, as Watkins Glen is now in the regular season, taking place like Willow Springs. On lap 127, the laps are winding down. Top 3 pulling away for the 19. Garrett Irwin does not have the freshest tires. And so the top 3 do have fresh tires. And now, Jenna Lucas maybe Lucas on lap 128 now. Laps continuing to wind down. Haley Jones using the outside. And look at Garrett Irwin closing the gap back on the leaders now. As Jones uses the outside, Johnson getting a great run. Brady Johnson right there. He won second. And now the 18 closing now on the rear end of the 32. The tires have equalized and the 19 is coming back to life. If Garrett Irwin somehow wins this race, I think everybody's going to have a heart attack, because Garrett Irwin, the rookie, back up to third. And it's closing. The 19 is back. That car is fast. And now here comes the 11 once again. Battle for the lead is on. Johnson inside. Irwin sideways as he will lose third once again to Brady Johnson. 5 laps to go. Comes to 4 to go. Haley Jones has closed back in. The 11 slides up in front of the 19. But that's not going to work that much, because the 19 is still there. 4 laps to go now. Haley Jones trying to retake the lead. Look how close the 19 is to the rear end of the 11. Down the back straightaway. Battle for the lead is on. The 32 up front. But here comes Haley Jones, side by side. Contact made. They make contact, and the 11 and 19 is there. 3 laps to go. They continue to make contact. Johnson will take second now. Brady Johnson now getting a great run on your leader. Now here he comes. Brady Johnson looking for the win. Brady Johnson, the rookie. Rookie of the year last year. Johnson out of the final corner. 2 to go. And Brady Johnson to the lead for the first time. But the 32 clears as the 11 gets slowed by the 63 with 2 laps to go. The 32 trying to hang on, but I don't think she can. Why? Because Brady Johnson is still there and is fast. Johnson closing back in. 4/10 of the second lead now by the 32. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Brady Johnson closing back in. 4/10 of the second lead. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Jenna Lucas. Fantastic day, running up front all day, and Pat Green Motorsports gets another win. Jenna Lucas, out of the final corner, will win the Texas 300. Jenna Lucas wins, and that will do it. What a fantastic race that was. Chaos, and it's still the 32 who wins. Top 10 by Riley Scott. That will do it. And Caden Smith with the top 10. Not bad. Only twice did Garrett Irwin pit. Grant Irwin with the top 10 as well. Briley Todd gets last. That will do it. Thanks for coming out tonight, and thanks for watching with the Great American Race. Congratulations, Jenna Lucas.